everyone, and I hope we all started the year perfectly. Just follow the flow of the divine, and you will not be lost along the line. Welcome to our video today. It's Lady Gola, and if you're new here, you are welcome. Today, we'll be talking about, first of all, it's a special video, and mostly because it's talking about people. We're talking about people like us. I decided to send out this message today because recently I've realized that there are a lot of people, so many people who are born with special gifts, and they don't actually understand what is happening around them, and their loved ones don't understand what is happening, and in turn they're either termed to be what will I say, witches, or children with bad luck, or you are just kind of being isolated by the world, by your loved ones, and many other things go wrong about you or around you. And if you don't actually understand yourself, you might be pushed to join something which will not help you tomorrow, or to get confused in life and confused your purpose in life. Because any gift teacher, everybody has a purpose, but those purposes are actually grouped differently. There are different things that we are born in life to do, that the divine sent us into the world to do. Okay, so today's video will be all about those people with special gift. I will give out some characteristics so that you can be able to pick out or relate them to yourselves and exactly know who you are. From then, you will know the next step to take. Let nobody confuse you. Let no one confuse you. When you understand yourself, you know what to do with yourself better. You know the steps to take. All right. The world calls us impact. There was an impact actually, and those with the highest rank, because they actually have ranks, and we are different. So the ones with the most highest powers is called the Hierarchies. Now I will try to explain. I actually had to jot them down so that I don't leave anything out, because it's a whole lot. So I had to put them in point forms so that we kind of follow them gradually, and then you see where you fall, which impact are you, right? So we'll go straight away. Point number one, you feel the emotions of other people. When you are around people, if somebody is sad, you feel it. Even if they struggle to kind of pretend to be happy, you actually feel the inner thing, the real feeling that a person carries. If it is happiness, you feel that genuine happiness. And at a certain point, we are always kind of, you get confused if it is you being happy or the other person. So we always pick out, those empaths always pick out the emotions of other people around. So that's why I will always advise that when you are going out or you get into a room full of people, always do try to protect yourself against all those emotions. You come back to the house drained and tired because of the other emotions and energies that you have picked out there, and it is just you. There's nothing you can change about that, right? Point number two, always interrupting people. Empaths have this tendency of thinking fast, moving fast. So when you're having a dialogue with someone, and the person is trying to explain he or herself, you just feel like he's slow because you have picked it out. Those are the abilities that you have. You are fast to think. So you are forced at a certain point to just interrupt the person and then continue the explanations. It is not pride. Because some people always say they are proud. No, it is not pride. It's just that ability. It is us, and you think the person is slow explaining. It's just because of the gift you have in you that you kind of pick out those things fast, or you understand what the person is saying fast and then you interrupt and cut it off. Point number 3, empaths always want to do things that come to their mind instantly for one reason only, because if they don't do it immediately, they get to forget. So many things run through their minds, so many things, so many activities, so many visions, so many things run through. And when something comes up that you have to do it, if you don't jot it down or do it immediately, you tend to forget. It is just normal. Empaths do forget very fast. Even to people's names, they do forget, because so many things, and they get in contact with so many people. Imagine people that you have to cancel in a day, or see their visions in a day. You tend to forget. It is just normal. So if you are an empath, always make sure that you have maybe a pen and paper around you, that if you something comes to your mind, immediately you jot it down, so by the end of the day you kind of go through your list and see what you have done and what you were not supposed to, or what you were supposed to do by the day that you haven't, and then you know how to fit it on. All right, point number 4, sleep solutions. Sleep is always, it's the most important thing when it comes to a life of an empath. If you sleep less, it's a problem. You sleep deep, it might still be another problem. And when empaths are sleeping and it's being interrupted by maybe music, noise, or anything, you get, when you are up, you suffer from a severe headache or maybe body weakness, just because you haven't had enough sleep. So if you are an empath, when you are sleeping, make sure that your environment is somehow safe, or you tell the people around you to always know how to get you up, not just kind of a sudden noise. It's always a problem, because you might not get back sleep, and when even if you go back, it's a problem, because it is during the sleep hours that we get most of the revelations and visions that the Lord is passing on to you. So sleep is a very important thing when it comes to a life of an empath. And point number 4, they often inspire others. Okay, now what I mean is, when you are having a conversation with a Heyoka, an empath that's with that higher powers, your life situation might just change just by having a conversation with that person. That's meaning that each time they have the ability to inspire people, to solve some situations that you might feel that it's a kind of something that you can't manage, or a situation that cannot be solved. But once you get you have a conversation with an empath, they give you solutions that solve your problems instantly. That is part of those gifts, part of the gifts that they carry. They know how to solve situations. They know immediately what to use, or solutions to any difficult problems. They are blessed with that. They are graced with that. Okay, so if you are an empath, you will know by now that there is no discussion or situation that is more than you to control or to handle. It always just comes, solutions just always come easily for you to hand on to people, to solve people's problems. And you feel the problems that people have easily, and you always have solutions. You don't always lack. There's no way that an empath will lack solutions to any problem. All right, point number 5, they always go the negative or the opposite direction. If you're an empath by now, you are supposed to know that when people are going left, you are going right. When people are going south, you are going east. It's just very normal. But most of the times, our family members always just look at you like an off human being or confused human being or something. No, it's just what you carry, what the empaths carry in there, that always lead you don't think like others. So it will always push you to always go your direction. When people are thinking this, are thinking towards this direction, you are definitely thinking towards the other direction. And at the end of the day, your direction is always the best. But it just happens. It just happens. It's not something that is deliberate, or like maybe you don't want to merge with people, you don't want to be with people. No, it is just you, because it's just like you have that God feeling of you know it all, or you always the spirit always guide you to the right direction all the time. So it happens with impact. Okay, and most of the times you find impacts going to their own direction because they find it, first of all, difficult to relate with others, because they don't always think like other people. So at a certain point, when you want to kind of relate, you end up like being harsh, let me use that word, because when you try to explain the reality of what is happening, people now with their own minds, with a different thinking, they always have that tendency of arguing with you. And with the empath, we always feel, with the sense of sensitivity, or sensitivity that we carry, we're too sensitive. You just tend to get annoyed or harsh, or pass out your message harshly, and it brings that space between you and others. So at a certain point, they prefer to like kind of, all right, be on their own, rather than passing a message that they will argue, and then they are not being understood, and then it ends up with an issue. So it's better they keep to themselves. They always do keep to themselves. That's just it. So it is nothing bad. It is just something that is in you that you can't control. That's what makes you different. That's what makes impacts unique. All right. Then the seed is, impacts are very creative. Very, very. There is nothing. Business, come to business, or whatever, in short, anywhere that they find themselves, they always seem to top a league, because they are very creative. They think beyond. They think out of the box. Before you think of A, they are in C. Nothing is more than them. That's why when you are an emperor, anywhere that you find yourself, in a job, your job site or business forum, or wherever that you find yourself, you discover that in a short time, you are being like, they take you up, they pick you out, because of the ideas, the perfect ideas, the good ideas that you bring up all the time. They just kind of take you up. They have that tendency of always growing very fast in the ladder. Wherever they have found, they always pick up that ability, or that skill. Like, you always give good advices, you always bring up good ideas. They are always the top. But there's one thing too, though. They are always at the top, but when it's time for them to let go of that job or anything that they were handling, it's always like impossible to stop them. Once they are tired of it, or they have a new idea and a new thing, or new something new to just move into, they move. They just go. And there's no way you can give a stop to that. They just always want to be moving, because being in a particular place for long somehow tends to like bore them, or kind of bring a negative vibe. So they always like moving, and once their minds are made up, there's nothing anybody can do about it. You just move. Then the last point now is, being an empath, you are not limited in what they present to you spiritually, or what the Lord reveals to you. They reveal everything. Healing people, how to heal people, maybe with gospel, with Bible verse, or using prayers or with helps, it is not limited. They show you everything on how, as long as it's about helping others, you are not limited. So let nobody tell you that, okay, if they're showing you this session, like maybe they're showing you verses in the Bible, okay, it's from the Lord. If they're showing you helps to help heal people with, no, it's from the devil's world. There's nothing like that. You are healing people. And they show you that there's so many ways, so many different ways that the Lord do come to us to heal or direct us to help people, no matter way. At times it comes through the Lord can use animals. They use even children in the house. At times there is information, you sit in a car and a word just appears or a music starts singing. That is the way that the Spirit want to use at that moment to pass that message on to you. So there's nothing like it must come from a Bible before it makes it okay. So we just always need to pray hard, and pray for guidance from the Lord, so that other spirits might not kind of try to divert you or confuse your spirit guide. Always pray for spiritual guidance. It is very important. Okay, if you find this important, or you find yourself in maybe 5 points out of 6, know you are an empath and you should know the steps to follow. Know the right people to get advice from, because those are the steps that will actually lead you into your purpose and don't frustrate you further in future, right? Okay, as I said before, if you have been experiencing these symptoms, please, it's only you that can help yourself. Let nobody confuse you. Just get in contact with someone that can help, all right? And you can as well still contact us. I'm sure I'll leave my number right below, or you go to someone that you are comfortable with. But most at times, know that many people don't understand, or they will not understand exactly what you are saying, and they want to turn you into something else or something you are not. So always be sensitive. Anyway, you're always sensitive to it. So get to understand what the other person passes. Get back to your house, you pray over it, you discern over those messages, and then you know the steps to take. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to give us a thumbs up, please. Share, subscribe, and ring our notification bell, okay? And most importantly, leave your comment right below. Until next time, we'll meet again.